Hey guys, alright, so this is a really touchy subject for me. The other night, I tried killing myself and I overdosed. Unfortunately, I failed at it because I called my mom to tell her I loved her and my dad showed up at my door. I'm gonna give you guys the story about it right now. Some of the things that are happening to me right now as I'm getting headaches, I'm not able to sleep, my eyes won't stop twitching, and I'm shaking a lot. I lost a lot of blood, and I'm gonna tell you guys how I did it. If you have any questions or anything, or you guys are thinking about doing that, first I want you guys to know that I'm here to talk to you guys, just to show you some of the things that happened to me while I was on the pills that I tried to overdose on. I cut my hair because I thought my parents would want me to die a boy. So I got it styled today, but it doesn't look anything good. I'm not going to stop wearing my toque. And now I'm going to give you guys what happened. Okay, so on Sunday night, I started worrying about my job and stuff, and I thought that I would kill myself. So I took a bottle of Zoloft, and I poured it all in a glass. And then I went into my medicine cabinet, and I got 8 500 milligram T3s, and I put them in to help because I knew I'd be in pain. And I went on cam with some of my friends in the chat room. One guy's name is Soldier Reborn, my best friend in the whole wide world, Rob, and another good friend of mine, Chrissy94. And I told them I was going to kill myself. I started cutting up controllers in the beginning. I was just like that. It's alive now, it's not stuff. I cut up like 8 controllers. Anyways, I started taking them like candy. Just popping 11 in and taking a chug. And I did that for about 10 minutes. And I started to feel stuff. I started to get dizzy. I started shaking. So I got on my couch and started curling my pillow. And I started crying. And I started to get really worried because I was waiting to die. And I called poison control. And I asked them, I told them I've taken about 100 Zoloft tablets. What's going to happen? They told me that I was going to die if I didn't get to an emergency hospital. I called up my mom to tell her I loved her and that I was going to die. And she called the ambulance and stuff. And my dad showed up at my door in 5 minutes. And he grabbed me. Now, before they called the ambulance and all that, I threw up 2 cups of vomit. No, not vomit, but pills. So they came back up, the caplets, and it was yellow, and it hurt like fuck, and I couldn't breathe. My mouth started going numb. And at that time, I'd shut off the PS3, and my dad made me get out of my bed, or get out of my couch, because I was holding the pillow, shaking and stuff, like I was going into shock. And he helped me down my staircase. It's a 4-story staircase. And I got outside, we got in his car, and my mom called, said that the ambulance was on the way. Cops showed up. I told them I didn't want any force because they were putting on their leather gloves, and I thought they were going to tackle me to the ground. I started to go into a shock, and I started shaking and having a bit of a seizure. And the cop came up to me, and I stood up, holding onto the car with my dear life. I couldn't move. And I said to him, there's going to be no force needed. And he's like, okay, well, what did you do? And I'm just like, I overdosed. And he's like, and your dad said that you tried doing this on purpose. And yeah, I did try doing this on purpose. So the EMR showed up. My dad took the cops up to my room, or to my apartment apparently, and they got the pills, the rest of them. So there was like 30 or something left, and they took from the date that I got the prescription and that I took 3 a day. There was 270 in the bottle when I got them. And they counted that I took 130 tablets and 8 painkillers. So that's a fuckload of milligrams. And sorry, I just was reading a text message. So after that, they got me in the ambulance and they put needles in me. They put a big needle to draw blood, and they drew about a quarter of blood, so I started shaking more because I didn't have much blood in me. And They started asking me questions, and my eye was flickering, apparently. I'm sorry, I'm going through a bit of a headache right now. I'm still dealing with stuff. I'm having trouble sleeping. Um, Now, what happened next was I blacked out, basically, and they woke me up in the back of the thing, and I almost died there, I guess. Um, I got into the ER, they put me in there, and they got me to drink something called charcoal, and it's black, and it's literally charcoal. It's black that has a little bit of water in it. It tastes like dirt and puke at the same time. It goes in your body, it sucks up all the bad stuff, and then you throw it up. So I laid in that bed for about an hour. They had my fingers in heartbeat monitors, and they had all these like things over my chest and stuff. Like you can see the squares and stuff. And so they were monitoring my heart, and it was at a high rate, and my temperature kept going up, and they were putting a flashlight in my eyes like every 5 minutes. Then she said that she was going to put me in a wheelchair because she didn't want to take me up in the bed. So we went up in the wheelchair. I don't remember the wheelchair much because as soon as I got up into the elevator, I shut my eyes because I started to feel nauseous. And we got upstairs into my bed. As soon as I got into my bed, I threw up about 5 liters, apparently. I went for 5 minutes straight. I couldn't stop. Like, I started crying. The stuff came out of my nose. It was bleeding out of my nose, and I was just breaking out, crying, having an emotional breakdown. After that, every hour or every 15 minutes, they would check on me. They would put a light in my eye and check my heart rate. I had a portable heart rate monitor on me that they were monitoring at all times. I had something on my finger. They changed the needle to an IV, and every 30 minutes, someone came in and took blood samples from this arm. Now, I was out of a lot of blood. I wasn't allowed to drink. I wasn't allowed to eat anything. I was so hungry and thirsty. They gave me 3 ice chips I could chew on to try to get the dirt out of my mouth. That grain was in there for like 24 hours. The next morning, I'd still been awake the whole time. Every hour they checked, they'd flash a light in me because one of my eyes wasn't reading. It wasn't dilating. And I had a couple shakes the whole time. I couldn't get comfortable. There was a huge heart rate monitor on me, like the size of the Xbox controller. And the doctor came in. I asked him if I could take off the portable heart rate monitor. He told me I'm going to go through a couple more flashes, and I did. The flashes involve nausea, diarrhea, anything and everything you don't want. It's going to happen. I only had diarrhea, nausea, and I had shakes where I had a seizure. They had to put these like things up on the bed so I couldn't get out of it. And then the next day, my heart rate started to fix itself, and the IV started giving me blood again, so I started to feel a little bit more awake, although I didn't get any sleep. I called my mom in the morning, and she was crying, and so was my dad, and they told me I was all selfish and whatever. My mom didn't, though. After that, I saw a psychiatrist, and they told me if I do it again, I probably will die. Now, I want you guys to realize something. During this whole time, I was having headaches, I was having trauma, paranoia, I couldn't see out one eye, I was having so many troubles. Now, here's the biggest thing I found, okay? After I got out of the hospital, I got up here, I passed out in my doorway, I passed out trying to get to my couch, I had no energy in the world, I'm still going through migraines in my head all the time. I haven't gotten a full night's sleep. I'm falling asleep for 2 hours and waking up and having my heart racing. I'm getting cramps in my stomach, in my chest, everywhere. My arms still hurt. I was bleeding all over because when they pulled the needle out, my blood just splashed out. So my arm was covered in blood when I was released. Now, if you guys don't believe I did it, then that's my real name and everything. And I can't stop shaking, sorry. But this is the discharge papers for me because I overdosed. And to be honest with you, I wish I didn't have to go through that, and I wish I was dead right now, because going through this rehab thing with all your family hating you and being mad at you, telling you you're selfish, is one of the hardest things I've ever been in. The first time they were like, okay, well, glad to see you're feeling better, but this time they're pissed. Yeah, I'm transgender. Yeah, I'm fucked up. Yeah, I can't get in any clan, and I'm paranoid, and I I delete videos. I get scared. I delete everyone. I try to fight everyone. I cut my hair off. My hair looks like shit. I don't know what else to say. I'm even at night times are the worst for me. I'm still losing it. I'm fighting for everything I can right now because I might have a job, and I want you guys to realize something, that suicide isn't the option, and if you need to talk to someone, to talk to me, because like I don't want anybody to have to go through what I went through. I'm still going through it. I can't sleep. My eyes are fucking with me. I'm getting migraines. My heart's racing right now. I'm getting chest pains. I went to the mall today to go to Tim Hortons and I couldn't even do that. Yeah, my name was Icy. Yeah, my name was Andrea. I want you guys to know something. I don't give a fuck if you hate me or not. But if someone's feeling suicidal in your life, send them to me. Or if you're feeling suicidal, I don't care who you are, message me. Because no one needs to go through what I went through. Okay? This is me saying bye. I'm gonna go read my Skype messages and probably take some painkillers because my fucking head's throbbing. Alright, bye.